Hey guys, welcome to Codex Wizards. In my YouTube channel, in this video, I'm going to teach you about dictionary. What are dictionaries in Python? Dictionaries are used to store data values in key value pairs. A dictionary is a collection which is unordered, changeable, and do not allow duplicates. Dictionary is a data structure as well as a data type. What is data structure? Data structure when you have more than one value or data. Here I have given you an example below how the list is also a data structure and a data type. In Python, dictionary is unordered. This is an important point, so please keep in your minds. Dictionary store the data in a structural manner. In a structural manner, it means key and value pairs. So, let me give you some idea about the dictionary syntax. To form an empty dictionary, we use curly brackets. Dictionary is written in the form of key value pairs, so how it can be written? So here I have given you an example how dictionary key value pairs are written. Okay, there is a semicolon between key and value. How key and value pairs can be written? Keys must be unique. There can't be a same key in a dictionary, given each key a unique name. Keys could be a string, integer, a dictionary, but a key could not be a list. No index in dictionary, so dictionary is unordered. I'm going to do code in VS Code. So here is how you can make a python.py file. Here I've given you an example like abc.py and you're going to have your Python programming file. I'm going to delete it. Mm, okay, so we are going to see how empty dictionary works in Python. Let's run our code. So as you can see here we have got our empty dictionary. So that's how you print an empty dictionary. Now let's see how dictionary key value pairs can be written. It's quite simple, but you need to know one thing before writing a key and value pairs. Let me show you. This dictionary I've given both the keys the same name. So when I'm going to run my code, it would only print one key value pair because of both keys having the same name. So how we are going to solve this problem? Let me show you. Now I'm going to change the name of my second key. So when this time I will run this code, you can see in the terminal that our both key value pairs are printed. So we can say that each key in Python should be unique in a dictionary. Now let's see in which data type a key could be written. So when writing a key in a dictionary, it could be of any data type like a string, an integer, a dictionary itself. But a key could not be a list. If I'm going to write a list as a key, when I'm going to run this code, it would give me an error. Let's see how. Let's run our code. So here, you can see in the terminal that it's giving me an error because list can't be a key. So now I'm going to change my data type from a list to a string. So when this time I'm going to run this code, see what happens. So here our code has worked perfectly. Now let's see how a new key value pair can be added in a dictionary. So first write your dictionary name, then in a square bracket give the name to a key, and after that give a value to a key. And here you can see we have a new value added to our dictionary. Now let's see how to access key and values in a dictionary or how to access dictionary items. To access keys from a dictionary, uh, we need to use for loop, like for keys in dict dot keys. That's how you are going to access all the keys in a dictionary. And now I'm going to print my keys. Now when I'm going to run this code, you can see in the terminal, we have accessed all our keys. Now let's see how to access values in a dictionary. So it's going to be simple. Just in the place of key, write values. And now when you are going to run this code, here you can have all your values. Now let's see how to access keys and values in a dictionary items. So we are again going to use for loop for keys and values and dict dot items, and now print your keys and values. That's how you are going to access all your items in a dictionary. Here you can see, I'm going to show it again. So you have all your keys and values. So these were some of the basics that you needed to know. Now we are going to solve some of the questions about a dictionary, so you can have better understanding about dictionaries in Python. You could easily code in dictionary in the future. Let's do it. So our first question is going to be about write a Python program to add a key value pair to the dictionary. So it's quite easy and simple. So let's see how we can do it. Here we have taken an empty dictionary, and I'm going to take a user input for a key. And as well as for the value, I'm going to take it from a user input. Now I'm gonna print my dictionary, and when I'm gonna run this code, it's telling me to enter a key. You can give any key you want and a value. And you can see there is a key and value pair in dictionary. So it was quite simple, right? Now, before going to the next question, I'm gonna show you some of the keyboard shortcut keys or how you can find in VS Code. So here's the option for keyboard shortcuts. Here you can find a list of commands for all the keys, shortcut keys, and I thought maybe it would be useful for you. So yes, you can find all the shortcut keys command here. Now let's look into our second question, which is about write a Python program to concatenate two dictionaries into one. I'm going to write my first dictionary. I'm going to write some names in my dictionary. So now I'm going to write my second dictionary. I'm going to write age for each name in my second dictionary. You can make your dictionary of anything. I just thought about this, so it's over to you. You can practice these questions in your own way. There is a little trick in concatenating these dictionaries. In list, we concatenate two lists in a simple way by just using plus operator. So let's see if we use this plus operator to concatenate these two dictionaries, what happens. Here you can see I've given a variable concat and I'm going to concatenate these dictionaries just like we concatenate two lists with a plus operator. Now I'm going to print my concat and let's run it and see what happens. You can see here it's giving me an error, a type error. We can't concatenate two dictionaries with a plus operator just like we concatenate lists. So how we are going to concatenate our dictionaries? Let's see. To concatenate two dictionaries, we use update method. You can see I'm going to update my dictionary 1 and what's the update I'm going to do in dictionary 1 is dictionary 2. So now I'm going to print it. You can see here dictionary 1 has been updated with dictionary 2. So that's how you concatenate two dictionaries. I'm going to write it as a key point here. Update keyword to concatenate dictionaries. So you can remind it easily. Let's solve our third question, which is write a Python program to check if a given key exists in a dictionary or not. I am going to write a dictionary given a key value pairs. Now I'm going to take a key as a user input You can actually take key as a static value too if you want, if you don't want to take a user input for a key. How we can check if a given key exists in a dictionary, we are going to use if statement. If key in dig.keys remind, if you can remind, I have told you how we can access our keys in a dictionary. So that's how we do it. And if a dictionary key exists, then print yes, and if no, then we are going to write an else statement too for that condition. And I'm gonna run this code, and here you can see it's telling me to enter a key to check if it exists in a dictionary. So I'm going to write it. I'm going to write a key that already exists in a dictionary to just check if our code runs perfectly. And yes, our code runs perfectly because this key exists in our dictionary. Now let's check if we enter a key that does not exist in a dictionary, then what happens? So I'm going to write this key. I'm going to run it. It's going to print else statement because this key doesn't exist in a dictionary. So it's a quite simple code. I hope you understand it. Let's see our next question. So our next question is, write a Python program to generate a dictionary that contains numbers between 1 and n in the form x comma x power x. So how we are going to do it? We are going to first take a range as a number n, and then we are going to use a for loop for I in range. Here we are going to give a range in a for loop, and now we are going to write each index means I, dict I, and now I'm going to print my dictionary. And when I'm going to run this code, here I'm going to first enter a range. So here you can see this dictionary and how it has all the numbers double its power. So it's quite simple. Now let's see my next question, which is, write a Python program to sum all the items in a dictionary. If you all can remind, I have already told you about how we can access all the items in a dictionary, right? So first of all, I'm going to write a dictionary. I'm going to give a key value pairs in the form of integer. So now I'm going to access these items through for loop, but before that, you can see above that I have given an empty list, and here I'm going to append my keys to an empty list, and I'm going to append values to this empty list. So when I'm going to print my list, I'm first of all going to use sum method to sum my list, and that's how we are going to sum all the items in a dictionary. Now let's see our second question, which is quite the same as the above. It's write a Python program to multiply all the items in a dictionary. So it's the same way, but here is an additional variable I have written, which is multi is equals to 1, because we are going to multiply all the items, so you have to write 1. And now I'm going to access the key and values in the same way as a for loop. And now I'm going to write this small formula of how you can multiply all items in a dictionary. Now we can print our multiplication. Okay, so I've here done a mistake. Going to correct it. Alright, I'm gonna run it. And here you can see, this way we are able to multiply all of our items in a dictionary. Let's move on to the next question, which is write a Python program to remove the given key from a dictionary. So, as usual, first I'm going to write dictionary. Now, there is a keyword through which you can delete a key from a dictionary, but before that, I'm going to take my key from user input. Now, I'm going to write that keyword, which is del. That's how you delete a dictionary key. And what's the key that you want to delete it? So I've written the name of the key which I want to delete, and now run it. It's telling me to enter a key. I'm going to enter a key, and here, as you can see, in our dictionary, the given key has been removed from the dictionary. So it's quite simple. Now let's see our next question, which is write a Python program to map two lists into a dictionary. I'm going to write my first list, in which I'm going to give some names in a list. Now let's write our second list, where I'm going to give age an integer data type, and now we are going to take empty dictionary, and I'm going to use for loop and range. And for range, I have written a length of one of the list, that is len list name. With the len function, you can find length of a list. So now I'm going to write dict, and in a square bracket list and square bracket I, where we are going to get our indexes. And now print the dictionary, and you can see that's how you map two lists into a dictionary, where we have names as our keys, and age as our values. Thanks for following along with this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful and that you are now more confident with dictionaries and Python. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future content. If you have any questions or run into any issues, feel free to drop a comment below and I will do my best to help out. Happy coding, and I will see you in the next video.